Hello, this is Elric IT. Welcome to this video in which I'll show you how to upgrade a Cisco Switch iOS version. I will be using a Cisco Catalyst switch from the 3560G series family, running the iOS version that you can see on the screen, which is this one. So I'm going to upgrade this switch with this iOS version. It's the same, it's just a different release number. So first we have to define how we want to transfer the iOS file into the switch flash memory. We can do it via FTP or TFTP, or even using the USB slots in the switch. In this case, the switch does not have any USB slots, so I will be using FTP to transfer the iOS file. Well, since I chose FTP, I have to set up the password and the username for the FTP server. I have already done so. You can see what I have configured, so you can do it and you can access to the FTP server. In this case, I am using an FTP server that I built on a Windows Server 2012 virtual machine. So I'm using this as an FTP server which has these credentials right now. So I have set them, and we can begin with copying the iOS file into the flash memory. How to do so? Well, you are going to copy from an FTP to the flash memory. Then we have to specify the IP address of the FTP server. In this case, it's this one, and then the name of the file that we want to get. Let me copy it. Here it is, and then I'm just press enter since I want to have the same name in the flash memory. So right now it's been downloading the file from the FTP server. It may take up to 10 minutes or more, I don't know. It depends on the iOS size that you're downloading. It will depends on the model you have, and it's the size of the iOS version that will be. Right now we're going to wait to the switch to download the file, and then we're going to be back to boot with this iOS version. we have already downloaded the iOS file into the flash memory. So we just have now left to tell the switch to boot with this iOS version. But first, before we have to do so, great. Great. The iOS file has already been downloaded to the flash memory. Now we have to verify that the download has been successfully. Great. The iOS file has already been downloaded to the Switch flash memory. But first, in order to verify that the download has been successful, we have to run a verify MD5 for the iOS file. How to do so? Well, we have to run the command verify/md5 and then the location of the file, which is flash, and I'm going to copy it from here, and it will run some algorithms and it will give us an alphanumeric value, which this value we are going to compare it with the value that we get when we download the iOS version. In the Cisco web page, there's the iOS version that you want to download, and it also gives you the MD5. This MD5, you run it once you have downloaded the file, and if it matches the one that shows in the web page, it means that the download has been successful and that it is not corrupted. So I copied and pasted before I began, and this is the one I copied from the web page, and this is the one that I just got when running the verify command. As we can see, it is the same, which means that the download was successful. So we can now begin with the command to tell the switch how to boot with this iOS version in the next reload. We enter the global mode, configure terminal, and then we're going to tell it to boot system flash, and I'm gonna copy it from here again, and that's it. How to verify that is going to boot with this iOS version with this command. Show boot, and it will tell you that it will boot with this iOS version. Now that we have just verified, we need to save changes, because when the switch boots off, it has to save the configuration in the non-volatile memory, because if not, it will lose the configuration and it will boot with the old iOS version. So I'm gonna copy running config, start config, and I'm going to reload the switch and wait until it boots again and see if the iOS version that is running is the one that we downloaded from the FTP server and set to boot it in the next reload. Reload. As you can see, the switch has already booted, and we're going to verify if it has already the iOS version that we downloaded from the FTP server and we told the switch to boot with. Let's see. Okay, indeed, it is running with the iOS version that we want. Just to let you know, if you want to know what iOS version you should run on your Cisco switch, you can go to the Cisco download page and select the Cisco switch model you have, and Cisco will recommend you an iOS version release for that specific model. It depends on models, it will recommend you the best iOS version for it to run. As you can see, the switch has already booted, and we're going to verify if it has already the iOS version that we downloaded from the FTP server and we told the switch to boot with. Let's see. Okay, indeed, it is running with the iOS version that we want. Just to let you know, if you want to know what iOS version you should run on your Cisco switch, you can go to the Cisco download page and select the Cisco switch model you have, and Cisco will recommend you an iOS version release for that specific model. Now you know how to upgrade a Cisco Switch iOS version. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.